Hi everyone, this is Laura, and today I would like to share my entry with you to Evie's challenge giveaway. And before I go any further, let me just say happy Friday to everyone. I hope you're enjoying your Friday, but most of all, congratulations to Evie, who is Turquesadot here on YouTube. She has now reached over 300 subbies. Yay for Evie! You go, mamacita. Um, Evie, who is mucho talented here on YouTube, is having a wonderful little giveaway challenge, and the challenge involved making one ATC card and three tiles, um, art tiles. Uh, From what I understand, art tiles can be anywhere from 1 to 2 inches, any shape at all. You can do whatever you want with it. And let me tell you something, Evie, thank you so much for inspiring me personally um, into doing this challenge because, I mean, not that you can see my other videos because like most of you know, I'm a new channel now, but even in the videos that I have loaded on this channel, I have never ever done art tiles of any sorts or ATCs. And I'm going to tell you something, girls. I found it really hard. Oh, yeah, it was a challenge for me. I think I have a problem working with tiny little spots. I do not know why. I seem to really excel with the larger projects like canvases or 12 by 12 or 8 by 8 projects. But when you start shrinking me down to 1 by 1 or 2 by 2 spaces, I seem to have a lot of difficulty with it, and I'm not gonna lie to you girls. This was really hard for me. I mean, I just couldn't believe how stinking hard. I mean, I had a lot of failures. Um, but I kept going at it, and um, as many say, even in our failures, we can find beauty, and if we can learn from it, it's all good. So I have it 100. I will say this: once I did get started, I have about 300 little tiles here to show you guys, but since the purpose of this video is to show what I'm sending to Evie, I am not going to go into my flops and my other creations. I'll leave that for a separate video. And the reason, oh, I might even have one too many here. Well, the only reason I brought, well, you know what? Let me be fair then. Let me just take that one and put it away and take that one and put it away. These were the ones I was sending her. The reason I have these many out is because three are going to her personally. And I made her a little ATC card for herself, and then the ones I'm sending her is the one that I'm entering into the challenge. So let me start real quick first with my ATC card. For all my new subbies, and for the girls that are not new to my channel but have never done this either, um, from what I understand, these ATC cards are supposed to be 2.5 by 3.5, which is what I did. I cut out a piece of chipboard, and I made it into a 2.5 by 3.5 card. Um, I covered it, excuse me. I covered it with this pattern paper. I covered it in the front and in the back. I just covered the chipboard, as you can see. I distressed the front. I didn't do the back yet because I'm going to write my information and put a little pocket here. But like I said before, my handwriting is really bad and I didn't want to show that on camera. And it's more about what's on the front, not what's on the back. So I'll do that in a little bit. But in any case, what I did here was I distressed the whole card with vintage photo. And for the face of my little woman here, I really messed up on her lips, guys. I didn't realize how tiny they were, but that's okay, because it is a big collage thing anyways. Um, but for that particular ATC card, I used that stamp. And the reason I wanted to show it to you guys is there is no face on that stamp. All you have is lips, no eyes. And Miss Vicky, who's one of my YouTube gals here, one of my best buds, she had gifted me one of those peachy keen eyes and nose and eyebrow thingy, and that's exactly what I did. I stamped a face on her. And how cool did it come out? I love the way her eyes came out. I'm not too crazy about how her lips got all smeared. Um, but love, 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 love those peachy keen stamps. How amazing. I'm just thrilled with how that face came out after so many flaps. The swirlies in the back, and I don't know if you guys can see all the swirls. The swirlies in the back are a little die that I have. Um, who the heck makes that die now? I always forget the name of these guys. Let me show it to you real quick. And they're by Dynamics, and it's called Fancy Flourish. This is what they look like. Sorry about that, guys. As well as the Eiffel Tower. And see, this is what they look like. And I just love my little Flourish die. Another reason why, thank you, Evie, so much for this challenge, because I finally got to use some products that I have not been using. I kind of been ignoring, especially that little Eiffel Tower. And the Cess Jolie or Jolie is also from the stamp set. That's that one right there. And I just basically used my archival inks to stamp that out, put some stickles all over it, put some stickles on her hat and on her neckline, and put some stickles all over the Eiffel Tower. Those little silver dots that you see all over is my liquid pearls. I just added them for dimension. I also added some tumbled glass and salty ocean. I distressed all the swirlies in the back, um, as well as the papers. And I just colored her in with my pro markers. And I added some stickles to her as well. And that is my die. And then this one I made just for Miss Evie. This will be in a package to her, which is why it has a nice big E on it. And I just cut out one of my little Kanban card toppers, ladies. I distressed, I put some K and Company flower ephemera that I had. And guys, I don't know if you can see this ATC card, but and I'll show you in the back. What I did to take this effect was I took a lunch bag that was white and I sprayed it with lots of different glimmer mist and Tattered Angels glimmer mist and Lindy sprays and all those kind of stuff. And then I just crunched it while it was wet. And I let it dry overnight, and then I opened it the next day, and it almost has like that crinkly tissue effect. So I just covered the ATC card with that. In the back, in the front, I have some of the designer papers that I used from an old paper collection. I also added some glitter. I add some Mosh Posh. I don't know if you guys can see. I have some sequins in there. I also have some of these little gold flowers that I put in. And guys, can you see those tiny, tiny, teeny jump rings? I even added jump rings. I love my metal embellishments. Can't get enough of them. Again, some more of that ephemera in the background with the copper highlights. And some more sequins. And of course, some swirlies from some stamps. And with the E, this was a much, much brighter pink. I took some white paint and I kind of smushed it all in. And then because I smushed it all in, I kind of lost it, kind of washed out. So I had to go in with my black Sharpie marker and just kind of highlight the E a little bit. And then put some of those black flourish stamps all over. But I really, really like the way those jump rings. I bought these jump rings by accident. They were like way too small. And now I found some good use for them. And for the art tiles, I have some of these little wooden squares that one of my daughters had in her stash. They were from school, and she gave them to mommy a long time ago. Mommy didn't know. They kind of reminded me of Scrabble tiles, so eventually I figured well, I actually did use them on a previous project. But I found they were really cool to use for this project. And again, I didn't know what I was doing, so I kind of um, did it on both sides. I have some music paper that I tore up, some stamps, some images, and I did the word smile. And then on this side, this is a little bird, and I colored it in with my Perfect Pearls. It's a little birdhouse stamp. It's one of my inchy stamps. And I colored the whole thing with Perfect Pearls, and then I added some glossy accents on top. And that's one tile. For this one, this was actually a Spellbinders die that I cut out. And this came from one of my Graphic 45 papers. It was just a little fussy cutting, a stamp that says friends, and this is actually a Prima flower that I flattened and I Mod Podged, and then these are just glass beads that I put in the center of the flower, and of course some glossy accents on top. And I have stickles and glitter all over all my embellies, and I distressed everything with the black soot. And for this one, another spellbinders. And guys, with your spellbinders, if you go and get your stash of spellbinders and pull out the tiniest shapes, the ones that are in the middle, I finally was able to utilize, and I'm talking about these ones, guys. The last one or the first one, however you want to look at it. I say first. The first ones to each set, either the first one or the second one, are perfect size for these kind of little projects. Again, lots of Perfect Pearls in the background. Fussy cutting again from my Graphic 45 papers. I got a license plate and a little butterfly, and I just scattered a whole bunch of those little teeny tiny jump rings. Added some stickles, distressed with some black soot, and this is one of the tiles that will be going to Evie, and this one will be another one. Some more Perfect Pearls, some more of those seed beads. I have a little aluminum or wire art that was sent to me by a scrappy sister that I decided to add. And this one, I believe I glossy accented it with the sepia glossy accents instead of the clear, which is why it has such a pink tone to it. Oh, and I did this one the same way too. Again, a piece of metal art, some glossy accents, some Perfect Pearls. And guys, can you see what the glossy accents did? It cracked it right in half, which I loved. And I'm leaving it just like that, and some glitter. That one's for Evie too. And then this teeny tiny one is actually a flower inchy stamp, and I also colored it with Perfect Pearls. And then I um, put some of those stickles and distressed everything with black soot. And this will also be going to Evie. So Evie, you can choose. Um, I guess they're both for you actually, because both sets are going to you. And I'm going to make a pretty little case to put these in, but can't show that now. I'll have to show that later. So that's my entry for Turquesadot's challenge. Please go over to Evie's channel if you guys are still interested. There's still plenty of time. It does not end till the 26th. I hope you have enjoyed my share. Have a blessed Friday. Thank you all for watching. Bye.